Szewczeks. It's me, Maja Szewczek. And welcome to another Idea Sunday. Today we have this oyster seashell. Ever since my dad found it for me the entire time, I was thinking I can use this for a dollhouse or something like that. But maybe I'll paint it a brighter color or something. I'll figure it out. But I do want to start it with some pieces of plastic. I'm just going to cut this piece of plastic because it will be helpful for me to build the dollhouse, because this will be a roof top for it, and this can help me actually with the dollhouse, and I just wanted to use that as a roof. So that's why I've decided to use this cupcake plastic for this dollhouse. I'm just going to do the dollhouse itself. I'm not going to make all the furniture, just the little house itself. Why? Because I need to have this video available by and finished by 19th of July, and I've started on 2nd of July, so it's a bit of a time crunch, and dollhouses from start to finish take longer time than you may think they do. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm going to add a button there, or maybe a bead, to give this dollhouse some supports. I mean, the seashell roof that I'm trying. Never done anything with an oyster shell. So that's why I chose it for today's Idea Sunday. And I may think, what dollhouse should I use this in? You've already seen it in the title of the video. But this stage is just trying to make this work with an actual dollhouse or something like that, because my dad so kindly finds these while he's scuba diving, and he knows I'm going to use these, so I thank him for all the seashells like this he manages to find while scuba diving. And while he was seashell picking, he also found this, a smaller piece of it. But I think it would work, because all this time I've been thinking about using this after all. But maybe I'll use that to make like a window to this dollhouse roof. Kind of like a decoration or something like this. My dad just finds the best ones while scuba diving because it's deeper in the water than I could reach. He's into these things while I'm scared of scuba diving as deep as he would be myself. But I just accept it like it's his hobby or something. Although my mom doesn't really like my dad doing it, but she accepts it, it's just his hobby. But I wouldn't be doing that because I'm too scared of deep water. Not water itself, but if it's too deep, then I just get too scared of going too deep. And my dad's not scared of it at all. So that's why he likes the scuba diving. If you enjoy it, then please let me know. But yet it's something you have to not be scared of deep water in order to enjoy it. Like my dad does. Enjoy it, but it may not be for everybody. Okay, that's set up. Time to let it dry. Then I insert the roof onto the cardboard box. And now I'm going to have to glue it a little bit differently before I can actually use it as a dollhouse, and it will need to dry until at least the next day because I'm just trying to glue this on. So now I did not let the glue fully dry because I was expecting less time for it to need to dry, but it actually needs more than that. So I have to glue it like this, and we're going to have to use this to hold it, to make it hold its shape the way I want it to be. So it's like this, but it does need to dry. So I'm just holding this in a way that it will actually dry. Hopefully it won't be screwed up by anything, but we can hope, because I just want to use those. Look at all those ruffles on the seashell. That's why I wanted to make a dollhouse using this, a dollhouse roof using this, but I'm just really trying to glue it on this is when reality can really hit the project like a bus or something. I wanted to use this for a doll house, but it needs more time to dry than I expected. But that's okay, cause that's my first time with such a big seashell. And me trying to use this for a doll house. And now it has to dry before I can paint anything or decorate anything. For a while, I've been wanting to do something Harlequin Sweetlips fish themed. And what other opportunity than this could I use? So now, that's what I've decided on it. And now I'm going to make this idea into Harlequin Sweetlips bunny house. This will be a different type of roof. That would be like the legs of the bunny. So I'm just stapling this piece of plastic onto it. Now Harlequin Sweetlips is the fish that starts off cute when it's little and when it grows massive and really changes the cute pattern into something else as it grows up, which is weird but fascinating how they go such transformations. And yes, my dad found this strange seashell that I'm going to use for the bunny's tail. Just like that. Just use it for its tail because I kind of think it's perfect for the tail. Let's also chop this off, or maybe not, maybe it could be useful, but yet I'll just trim that here before I can paint anything with a cork paint. And here we go. Let's also add this piece of plastic to add as many supports as possible to this thing. And let's also add another piece of plastic to it. To complete the... Oh wait, I've got another idea. Or maybe not this one. I'm just trying to figure things out as I go along with this project. Just add this right here. And let's fix the glue structure of this bunny tail. And yes, my dad also find this one. But later I'm going to add the bunny ears. Because I just really want to make it look good in the end. I let it dry until the next day. To stabilize it, I had to add more cardboard. And yes, I'm painting it white because that will stabilize. I mean, not stabilize, but make a clean base for my Harlequin Sweetlips fish design that I'm going to do. It will give me a white canvas to work with, but I'm just going to paint the roof white first before doing the actual fish. The seashell fell off the lips, but I could do the lips with a pom-pom instead. So that's what I'm doing. Starting with painting the bunny structure white before doing any colors with the fish design or anything like that. And it's quite satisfying to see the gray become white. Just as satisfying as cleaning things when you're doing cleaning. There we go. I think I'll need to do another white base here. But the house itself, I'm still deciding. I'm just painting things before I can proceed to the Harlequin Sweetlips aspect of it. Just you wait and trust the process, because I have to paint things first. There we go. That's painted. Time to let it dry. Although I'm painting the ice blue, I don't know if it will stay this way, but I want a suitable color for the Harlequin Sweetlips theme of this one. But still, what I've planned, I'm going to do a temperature color change feature when they're little. They're brown with some white dots, but then they change completely when they grow up. So the other pattern will be like a temperature color change that reacts to temperature. That's what I want to do. So the underlayer, going to paint it white. I mean, not white, white and brown. Trying to use up as much of this chocolatey paint as possible in order to use as much of it as possible, because I think I want to do something a little bit different than I would expect anybody else from doing. So that's what I'm doing to it. Just grabbing various paint brushes and doing the pattern. I will put the bunny ears because after all this is a Harlequin Sweetlips bunny design on a dollhouse. It could be a shop or something, I don't know. I'm only doing the house itself in this episode, so that is what you should keep in mind as you are watching this, because I'm still thinking of it and it took some time for me to think of this. But hey, I'll think of something. And I'm just being as liberal as I can with the rest of the paint, because I'll be adding it as another design feature of this house. I could maybe turn this little paint tub into bunny ears, because why not turn it into bunny ears? Okay, maybe I should grab scissors and trim it into bunny ears. Just trim it like this. So the ears look like actual bunny ears, and the brown bits I'm just going to use up. And now I can be even more liberal with the amount of paint I use on the thing. But why do they grow up so different than they are when they were little? These Harlequin Sweetlips, why are they created like this? I don't know why, but it's really strange that they lose that type of pattern as they grow up to be massive and completely different. Hence my parents wondering why they are so different, and they always expect them to look when they go to public aquariums and see them grow like the adult version of the fish, being so different from the juveniles. What's up with that? I don't know. Okay, so I'm just adding the brown paint onto this design and even the pom-pom. And now I should just grab ears and paint that. And I may also paint those edges like this. And let's just grab the rest of the paint from this paint tub in order just very carefully do it. Also doing a leg of the bunny, that's still very, very important. And I may decide should I do the other pattern's color change feature or not, because I like the brown and white pattern right now, the one that I'm painting on it, and the other one is not as nice as this brown one, the one they get when they get older. It's basically a trap fish, in terms that for aquariums you think you're getting this cute brown fish with white dots, but you're not when they get older and you actually manage to keep them alive. Then the reward is very, very strange and massive. Trust me, not that I ever had one, because hello, it's a saltwater fish, and I've only had freshwater ones, but it's still fascinating that some people can have like saltwater fish and stuff like this. But before these ears can go on, the whole entire structure needs to dry before I can figure out how to put them on. The eyes dried, and this is what I did with the bunny ears. I stapled them onto a piece of cardboard. Yes, that plastic that was from the paint tub to the actual piece of cardboard, the same one that I'm using for this dollhouse. Use cappuccino boxes for it, if you're wondering, and I am trying to attach it to the roof. We're going to have to get more glue for this, so it glues on. So let's get this glue out and glue this here. And let's just glue that on here. And let's now paint it the same leftovers of the brine that I have, to try to use it all without any trace, because anyways I'm trying to not waste a drop of this thing, but yet I will have to paint some details white and add eyes to it. So here is what I'm working with right now. And I think I'll put eyes in here. Okay, time to let it dry. It dried and I'm adding steel glitter glue to its ears, the bunny ears. And at this point I came up with a name. It will be Harlequin Sweetlips Bunny Cottage, and it will be featured in Glinty Minty Sparkle Season 2 if I come up with it. I did staple the bunny ears like this, but look at that. For some reason it looks like the closed eyes of a mole rat. I don't know if I should embrace the mole rat eye look or cover it up with actual eyes that are open. But this is what I'm thinking about. Trying to make it look good and creative. Do I want the bunny to have like eyes similar to a mole rat that has like those closed eyes? Or do I just want to make them normal bunny eyes? But I will have to do something with that to make this lips, because we're making Harlequin Sweetlips bunny that has the pattern of a Harlequin Sweetlips fish. But yet it's put on a bunny, and I'm thinking, should the eyes look similar to a mole rat that has those closed eyes? Then I've seen images on the internet on how they look, and they have those eyes like always closed. Or should I add hair that has like that covers the eyes or something? That could also work. So maybe the eyes. I do like the idea of the eyes not being too flashy or visible on this project. Although I enjoy giving things eyes, but I don't know about this one. They should be visible, cause this is looking like a mole rat size. Well, just give me some time to think. Kick the can down the road as far as possible, and maybe do some glisten stickles glitter glue around the edges of the dots, just to give myself something else to focus on until I find a good idea. So what I'm doing for the dots, and I just do this. So I'm just using the glisten glitter glue. I think that would look good around those dots. I'm only doing the house itself because if I also decide to furnish it, that I think that could be a thing for a different video, because I don't think furnishing it, I'll finish it before 19th of July, which is the actual day that I'm supposed to release the video. So that's why I just focused on the house itself. But yet it will have to dry. If I just add the glitter glue on, and it's like a sepia glitter glue, the glisten, and brown looks really good, like under it or over it, or the glisten just suits brown details on doll houses. I made a character called Glisten with brown hair and outfit, which was a perfect choice for Glisten's glitter glue theme. So there's that. But this has to dry. Everything dried. Then I find some decorations that I'm going to do after giving it hair around the areas to cover the cardboard. Good thing I bought it from the range. I was thinking of doing a big land gummy from the Gummy Fish River City to make a big puppet of him, because for some time I have been thinking of a puppet show, but I hadn't fully planned it, so please wait before you ask any questions about it, because I'm just still thinking about it. And I have so many other videos to do that I just don't have time to fully think it out and actually do it. It has been an idea, but I just never find time to do it because too busy with all my other projects right now. But maybe the year 2027 or 8, who knows. I'm going to put the brown hair on to this bunny. I think that's the best hair color for that design, and look how curly and cute it is. So just going to add more glue to the back of it, just in case. So everything's like done, and I think I was going to do some mole rat, like closed eyes, but maybe that was a decision I could have regretted during the process after actually doing it. So maybe I should have just covered the eyes completely with the hair, like it's a kawaii decoration of a house. the Harlequin Sweetlips theme and completely covering the eyes with hair would have been the best idea for this anyways, and I think one of the cutest ideas to execute the idea of a bunny. But yet that could be a thing. All of them have eyes. This one has, but it's just covered in hair completely. Both of them. So maybe I thought I do that for this one. But trim it tastefully. And also, I think I should do a one white streak in this brown hair. It's also very fitting for the theme. Here is the white piece of wool I was talking about. Let's streak it into the hair of this, because after all, I think it would look great on this thing. So let's just add more glue in that area, and let's just glue it in there and trim that thing there and trim these under layers to make them look better. And I still want to do the brown around here, and I find some different but similar brown acrylic paint to paint more spots. It's a different brown but a very similar brown, so it works. So just add this here. Maybe I'll layer some more brown here. Maybe it should look fluffier. Although the eyes are supposed to be covered in hair for this bunny design. But I'm just doing whatever I want with the brown and white hair. So just grab more glue and let's add more of this brown hair. Want it as fluffy as possible, because I just kind of cannot be bothered to add any actual ice on such a surface. But hey, maybe I could do it under the hair, but have the hair hide it completely. But you will have to flip the hair up to see the eyes, but yet make it an optional thing. But yet that can also very easily feel like the hair hidden under the eyes hidden under hair thing a gimmick, and others would just treat it as a gimmick, but that's okay. And for the beads that are essentially the eyes, we'll use this bluish yellow and glue them on underneath the hair. Hopefully that won't glue things that shouldn't be glued together, and I just have this. So just glue them underneath the hair. Then I'll flip it back when it dries, because look at this. Just look. And look at this. Now I need to decorate the bunny to avoid wasting my glue. I decorated the doll house, and I think this is the finished product of today's Idea Sunday. Oh, look at that design. The little ponytail in the back and the pink bows and everything. But anyways, please tell me what you think of it and of my use of the oyster shell that my dad found when he was scuba diving in the Isle of Arran or something, because it was my trip to the Republic of Ireland that I've picked some seashells. This specific one that my dad got for me, wanted to use it the most, so that's why I made this. And also the Harlequin Sweetlips idea was on my mind at this time. So please tell me what you think of it, because it looks amazing. What I can do with this seashell. Just look at this pattern. But anyways, bye chef checks. See you in another video. Bye.